Well, good morning. Another progressive claim. This one has 11 parts on it that are aftermarket parts that Progressive will have you believe are the same quality as what came on your, what is this? This is a 2022 BMW X3. So from the fine folks over at Tong Yang and Empire Auto Parts, we have an aftermarket bumper. For starters, you can see up along the top rail up here, there's a bit of a dip right here. Would have to be repaired prior to being able to be used. The clips, the integrated clips here are like melted. I don't know. They got some extra tabs in there that would have to be cut apart. Looks like the guy who was forming it spilled his Coke on it. There's extra tabs in the grill area, and then just look how weak the upper grill opening is as compared to the original equipment, which is really robust. How the factory one comes primed, nice start. This one also has a bit of a blemish already built into it for the technician to have to deal with. But this is the same quality as BMW, right? Maybe not. Lower cover, so this is not going to get painted. This is aftermarket, also from the fine folks at Tong Yang. And you can see that inside here they haven't cleaned out the flashing for any of the clips. I guess the technician just has to deal with that. They got really sharp upper edges from the casting process. And then in here, look at these, look at the fur and the ugly edge that they've left in the fog light opening. It's actually even worse over here. It looks like something, there's a better look of it. Looks like something that I did with my preschool safety scissors. Nice work, guys. Good work, Tong Yang. Okay, heading over to look at your safety pieces. Here's the lower impact bar, and you can tell we've joined these two together. There's a factory one on the bottom and the aftermarket one on top, and you can see that this side support or rail is lined up perfectly with the factory one. Go all the way across. It's all nice and lined, all aligned. Oh, guess that's not important. Another impact support. How about another aftermarket? This is made by the fine folks at Auto Power. Of course, you know they're the purveyors of good quality. And I'm not going to get the calipers out, but this measures out at 168 millimeters, 168.1 millimeters across. About 179 over here on the factory piece. And if you look closely, you can see that the coating is falling apart on this one. Really chintzy anti-corrosion coating. It's come off in several areas. And the factory piece is incredibly robustly coated. Very nice. That's not going to fall off anytime soon. Welds look good. How about some trim pieces? So you've got the lower grill molding. And let's see if I can see it on here, but oh yeah, you can get a good look at that. Look how grainy the silver is on the aftermarket certified part, no less. This is certified. When you see these fine yellow stickers on your parts like this and like that, that tells you that that has gone through a rigorous certification process by an organization called Kappa. And that is meant to ensure that you are getting nothing but the finest grade of aftermarket parts that is on par with the factory part. Here's the kicker. Guess who runs Kappa? It is an organization funded by the insurance carriers. So here's another non-certified part, lower grill, and you can see, look at the grill slats that are very dull. Come over and look at the factory part. They're shiny. They look painted. How nice is that? And even more, we've got the factory reflectors compared to the aftermarket reflectors. It'd be kind of hard to do this. Try it with a phone and see if you can see it. But look at the factory part and how much it actually reflects versus this made in God knows where part that just absorbs the light. Doesn't reflect. Isn't that a safety thing? Isn't that the whole reason the reflector's there to begin with? And then finally you've got the bumper supports, which have some very poorly misshapen tabs. Look at that. It's kicked forward. Stuff never gets old.